eat into your time. They confuse you. You run all around. You completely disregard time. And that is what we all do not have an unending opportunity of. There are people who have 80 years. There are people who have 50 years and so on. Ultimately, it is the value of time. When you have found you would then begin to cherish time. You know, naturally in the professional world, you would hear time is money.
Yeah.
But most Nigerians, we disregard that because we do not have value for time. We don't. A typical Nigerian does not even, from the professional angle now,
Yes.
a typical person in Nigeria does not know the worth of your time per hour,
Yeah.
man hour.
Yeah.
Because if we did, you'd realize that instead of playing games away and, you know, playing away on Instagram or, you know, watching movies all day long, you would realize that you have just wasted about 4 hours. Flip side, how much have you actually wasted of your life? But we don't recognize that. It goes back to you finding who you are. It goes back to you understanding that when you find that fulfillment, who is Laura, you begin to audit your circle.
So when you talk about time wasting, what is the ultimate penalty you pay for that?
Your life. When you waste time, you waste your life. People usually say things like, time is going, time is going. No, time is not going. You are going. Life is sipping
So you
out of
believe time is static. We are the one moving within time.
Yeah, time is endless.
It's a very difficult subject to discuss because it's a bit out of the world. But that's why I think in the past people thought of time machines. And they would say that they could go into a time machine and go back in time.
Right.
There's a big debate about that. I'd like to say a time machine that would take me back to the 70s when I was a bit.
I don't. The 70s was beautiful. It was. Yeah. Now she just gave me that look more like, oh, she's talking about the 70s.
Yes. Don't be deceived. You know now. You know what? I know you weren't around. No. You know you were not around.
She wasn't there.
The toasting was just going on at that time. I don't even think it had started.
Oh dear.
Yes. Okay. You see, what you say is it's something we could talk about for hours on end. How do you then audit your circle? Do you take time out to do some deep thinking, and is it ever too late to do that?
No. Never.
It's never too late.
Never.
Yes.
No.
For example, what we do know, the unspoken thing is, for example, when a lady gets married, as soon as she gets married, she automatically audits her friends, audits her associates. This is the latest bride in town. So does that actually happen? Do you then audit your... Talk to the mic. Don't talk to me. Let them hear your voice, Mrs. Adeli.
No, my friends are still my friends.
But
single.
But don't you... There's a way you were with them before that is not the same now. I mean, obviously. That's what I meant by audit.
Okay.
I don't mean that...
them off.
Not cut them off, yes, but...
Well,
there are no more Korikosun. Your
Korikosun
Korikosun is Mr. Adeli Bigbe.
What does Korikosun mean, please?
No, you have to go for your balance.
Oh dear.
The person is somebody that you must
like your paddy
be with 24 hours. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Of course, that's my husband. Yes.
Yes, your husband. Okay, we know that's it. Yeah. So Laura, go on. What next?
You were talking about what does audit your circle.
Yes.
Actually, what does it entail?
What does it entail? Yes.
Again, it entails, when you say audit your circle, I'm talking about human beings that surround you.
Yes.
They are the ones that you realize that some you literally have to cut the cord. Some you need to reduce the time that you spend with them. Ultimately, it is about time. And I said that earlier. Finding you is all about time. Because when you find you, then you realize that there is the assignment that you must do within time that you can't even define.
Suppose within your circle, the person that is the clog in the wheels is your spouse. Would that be a time to reflect? I believe in that philosophy that if you find yourself where it's not working, you go look for something else to do. That's what I believe. Because some people spend a lifetime, like Barrister Moshebu will tell you, spend a lifetime in a very bad situation, and they just feel that they are obliged to stay in till the very end and not make an exit. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in what exactly?
I've already said what I don't believe in.
Say it again.
I don't want you to say I don't want you to put words in my mouth.
Oh my goodness. Are you not okay, so let's bring it into marriage. And is it okay if I use myself as an example? In the process of finding me was when I realized, and you knew about it, was when I realized that I'm in the wrong place and with the wrong person. There was nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
It was me who made the wrong choice. And I realized I needed to pull out. It is finding me, finding the assignment of my life, and understanding that with this person, it's a no-no.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to tell an adult to come out of marriage because you're an adult. You should be able to take your decisions yourself.
Yourself, yes.
But I did mine. And I had to come out, and that was about over 20 years ago.
It's been cool, yes.
Yeah, do you see?
Do you think it was a wise thing to do, looking back?
It was. It was. To the natural human being, there would be like, oh, Laura, 24 years, and you still have not remarried, blah, blah. It's because I have found me. It is because I know the core of my existence. It is because I value my time. Do you see? So auditing your circle, some difficult decisions must be made.
And it goes in line with my part of my thinking, where, for example, I'm glad the younger people these days are much bolder.
They are.
Because I've met younger people who tell me that, Uncle Jimmy, sorry, I don't want to get married. I'm not cut out for it.
Right.
And I think that makes more sense to me than for you to squeeze yourself into an environment that could end up being toxic in many forms. Right. So, what choice do you have? What do you then do? How long does it take? I know you'll also want to call on for God's assistance in from your religious inclination, but even those who are not inclined in that direction, what do you think they could do?
There's an inner knowing of who you are. So let's go back to the 1920s, right? People probably didn't have the Bible. I said, so let's contextualize it in Nigeria.
Yes.
Imagine our great forefathers. They probably didn't have the Bible.
Yes.
But there's a knowing on the inside of them. When you know that this is who you are, this is what you need to do. When you know that, yes, it's like an eureka moment.
Yeah, it creeps on you sometimes.
It creeps on you. So finding you, for those who now have the Bible, who are in tune with the Bible, you would always call upon him. Let me give you a typical example. Marriage that I just talked about. Some people think, oh, Laura does not believe in marriage. I do. So the fact that I've been divorced for 24 years does not mean I do not believe in that institution. Why do I believe in it?
Will you still do it, though?
I will. Why do I believe? Uncle Jimmy, guys, Uncle Jimmy's distracting me here. Uncle Jimmy, go away.
No, I quickly put in a word that should that time come.
Oh my goodness, should Laura change her mind?
Should Laura change her mind?
Uncle Jimmy, go away. oh dear.
Okay,
so we're going back, and I'm going to go back to finding yourself. We're going back to marriage. Uncle Jimmy, who instituted marriage? It is God. No matter how much we want to disregard it, it is God. And for your marriage to work, you have to go back to him. You have to go back to the manual of the Creator. Let's bring it to this point. To find who you are, you have to go back to Him. It is all rooted. Do you know the funny thing? It is in Him, God, that you live. In Him you move. In Him you have your being.
And I quickly like to state or find out, this is irrespective of what religion you practice.
Right? Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. What about those who don't believe in God? There are people like that.
I made an example of 1920s or in example
They believed
of
in God.
Well,
Yes.
let's talk about atheists now.
But
I'm not saying we're not saying
people
that.
have always believed in their representation of God. Of course, is different from what
You're correct.
what we're all used to. But they
Yes.
believed in God. But there are some people who don't believe. How they dropped from the sky? They think they dropped from the sky. I
put
don't
it
know.
point blank. You're talking about example atheists or agnostics, yeah?
So who are the agnostics? I don't know about atheists.
Let's talk about the atheists. They
Yes.
don't believe in God.
In God. What about the agnostics? What do they believe?
Agnostics.
Agnostics. What
Yeah.
do they?
The probability of that there might be something.
Oh, I see. Okay. Those ones are borderline. We call them.
Oh dear. But then there is, even if you don't believe in God, there's an inner knowing, and that was why I referred to our great grandfathers, forefathers. There is a knowing of who you are. You must come. The good thing is almost everybody on earth in Nigeria, so let's contextualize it, have the Bible. And I'm bringing it back to the basics. You want to know, in the world today, in 2025, with our economy, with our political terrain, Uncle Jimmy, if there's an individual out there who do not believe or who does not believe in or finding who he is, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to struggle. You're going to war with everybody and war with yourself. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it is in finding who you are. That's the foundation. Finding who you are. Once you do that,
or else you'll be swept away.
you will be confused before being swept away. You will. Different people will come with their baggages. You would seek validation in the wrong place. These are the things that's going to happen to you.
Okay. I like to, because they're going to leave pretty soon, so I'd like to see if you can get one or two reactions before you do go. 0201 277 0993. Our lines are open. And the other line, the female line, is 0201 465 7190. Mrs. Adelibigwe, do we have WhatsApp? Is it working? Yes, okay, so Mrs. Adelibigwe has confirmed that the WhatsApp is working, and the number for WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. And of course, we do have Skype and the others. Please, the rules apply. Don't call the WhatsApp number, please. And no matter how you disguise your voice, Mrs. Adelibigwe is here with her finger on the button. If you're a man, don't call the female line. Let's take the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good
morning. Oh my God, we lost that one. So let's take another one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Morning. My name is Kenji Smart, and good morning to your guest.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah. In the journey of finding yourself,
yes,
can somebody help you discover that, like, you can't find or you can't access, but maybe somebody comes in and
good. It's a very good question. Yes. So what he says, you heard what he said.
I heard what he said.
Okay. Could you seek assistance if you can't find yourself?
You could seek assistance
from a professional, right?
What
kind of professional would it be? A psychiatrist? Would it be?
You could seek assistance even from your mother. You could seek assistance from anybody. You could.
You don't think that it would add value if you seek assistance from someone who's been trained to do that?
Ideally, you're talking about an ideal situation, but
yes,
how many of us have access to professionals?
Access to that professional,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the fact that somebody is a professional does not mean that the person can actually help you. So that was what I said. Touche. Yeah, touche. Okay.
All right. Hello, morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Yes. My name is James. I'm calling you from Ogun State.
Yes.
Yes, I greet the guests in your house.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, ma.
Morning.
Talking about discovering yourself, we have
potentials. Many people have potentials.
Yes.
But at times when you discover yourself, you find out that your discovery, after discovering yourself, you don't have the means of you pushing yourself forward. And at times like me, I am at least I'm 50 above now, by the grace of God. And I happen to be a very good dancer. Even to this age, I can dance more than Michael Jackson. But when I discover myself, there was nobody. I grew up in a family that is below zero. Let me just use that word.
Okay.
But and also a musician. I sing very well, but I cannot get someone that will say that I can lean on to. So
okay. Thank you very much. I think we have an idea of what you're saying. You have just 1 minute. Please, I plead with you when you do call in to suspend the greetings, good morning, this and that, because we do have just 1 minute, okay? Mention your name and just go straight. Don't even greet me. I don't mind. We don't need that. Let's go straight to the point. But I think he has narrowed it down to career, which is not what
That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what
That's
we're
what
saying.
I'm saying.
We are not talking about career. I'm happy that you can dance. I'm happy that Mrs. Adeyiwe, he can dance more than Michael Jackson. Is that possible? Can he do the moonwalk? But I think what Madame is saying here is discovering yourself for your own upliftment, not just career. Career is I won't say an insignificant part, but career is just a part of the whole essence of what we're talking about. Am I right or wrong?
You're correct, Uncle Jimmy. There are so many people who the world regarded as successful in career and they commit suicide.
Yes.
Do you see why they do that? It's because they have not found themselves.
Yes.
When you find yourself, it's the entirety of a human life. Emotionally, you have balance. Spiritually, financially, psychologically, it's a complete, mentally, it's a complete rounder.
In fact, that reference that you made, what you do find is those who you think are the richest and the most quote and unquote successful,
correct,
the most acknowledged and whatever, there usually is some dark hole in their lives. And some of them would tell you when nobody else is listening that they would wish they didn't. We could see, for example, the most accomplished musician of our own age, when he died, we got to know was the most miserable man, very lonely, and so on and so forth. So we are not, it's important that people know that we are not talking material.
You're correct. You're correct. That's where fulfillment.
We are talking fulfillment and spiritual. There are people who are not anywhere near rich.
You're correct.
Okay, and I gave an example, when I had the staff of about 15 and I ran around back in the early 80s to look for their salary. And I came back, I hadn't slept for 2 days, and I came back. Jafar, my guard, I came back at about 11 in the morning. They practically had to almost beat him up to wake him up. He would have gone into deep sleep. Here I was, the Oga Pata driving a brand new Honda and whatever back in the day, and I didn't sleep worrying. And here he was, he deep sleep under the tree. So we are not talking about material things per se. We are talking of things of the spirit and things of the mind. Our lines are still open, and I think I'm watching the time for you. You have just another 9 or 10 minutes, but we have some WhatsApp things.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we're off for a break in a minute and a few seconds, so we can take a message.
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay, someone asked how you can be reached via phone, social media, or email.
Yeah, you can.
I've seen another message like that. Discourse, good morning, Uncle and your guest. Discovering yourself may be very intriguing. You have to be truthful in knowing who you are. Sometimes it may be a self-centered action, but being truthful is to check against every indices. God bless you for all you do. That's
the guy that's asking for our contact. May we know why?
Uncle Jimmy,
after the
you
break,
have that mark on your face.
No, if he's a competitor, let us lock him up.
Oh dear.
I'm just joking.
Oh my goodness.
Would you like to give your contact?
That's okay.
Do you offer services? Do you advise people? We have a
yes,
message.
I do.
We have a break now.
Okay, we'll take a short break and we'll be right
please.
back.
Thank you.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Have you ever dreamt of waking up to the soothing sound of the ocean waves in Eco Atlantic City? Welcome to Phoenix Tower, where convenience is at your doorstep. Phoenix Tower offers spacious 2- and 3-bedroom apartments with world-class amenities like rooftop lounge, a swimming pool, a fully equipped gym, and a fun play area for your kids. Secure your dream home today with up to 80% return on investment. For more details, please call 091-307-07070 or 091-308-00000. Phoenix Tower is developed by Ackland Properties.
This is it. The ultimate stage for young minds to battle it out.
The governors are above the law. They tend not to lean onto public participation.
Governors can make any decision without fear of
what remains of a person's identity if it's only measured by external.
The urgency to safeguard life should outweigh preserving cultural sites.
Auditions for the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament is on. Do you have the passion, the intellect, the fire that stand above the rest? Then prove it.
The hallmark of any thriving society is in its youth.
Study organization should be planned carefully into the data.
Standardized tests is a recipe for anxiety.
Prove you're the next great debater Nigeria has been waiting for. I Beg to Differ. Auditions open December 12, 2024 and close January 12, 2025. The clock is ticking. Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm now to register. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Right, welcome back to the Discourse with Jimi Disu. Unfortunately, Laura had told me well ahead that she has an appointment for 9:30, and so we'll just have to let her go. It's 9:28. Laura, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
But we have to continue this discussion. So are you this occupied every Saturday?
Like 3 Saturdays in a month.
So which one? Is it you're free on the last Saturday?
I don't know my calendar. It's not constant,
it's
but
not
I'll
constant.
let you know. Yeah.
Please let us know.
Can I just drop a few?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes.
When you find him, you will find it. And the it is self-fulfillment. It's not about career or money or marriage or status.
Don't you think it's given to... Is it available for everybody?
It is.
I think it's like wanting to tune a radio. If you want to tune 99.3 and you're still on 99, you're not likely to get it.
99.3 is a constant. It is your responsibility to keep tuning until you get the dial.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. I've had Laura Oloyede, and it's giving us food for thought. I try not to want to invite her during the week because of the problems of getting here, traffic and so on and so forth. But we'll look for a nice Saturday when we can have her in. I want to use this opportunity to, which I hardly ever do, but I feel compelled to do, to talk about a video that is trending. And it's worrisome because it affects the father of my state. I'm from Lagos State. It affects the father of my state, a reputable family at that. And I think that something must be done to solve it very quickly before it blows out of proportion. And I'm talking to the video that had the two sons of Chief Razak Okoya, spraying money in an inappropriate manner and with the policeman in tow. And I think that was a very, very unfortunate thing. I hope that the chief, though he's elderly, but I hope that the mother of the children, who is a much younger person, will be able to to get these kids to put a stop to what I consider complete and arrant nonsense. It is important. The legacy, the Okoya legacy, must not be rubbished. More so in the lifetime of Chief Razak Okoya, it mustn't. And I know that young people can be overzealous, but I've seen videos that made it. That I've seen videos before this that made me, when I now saw this particular one, it was like, okay, this is the icing of the cake. The truth is this. Anybody, for that matter, should be very, 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 very careful and circumspect about putting your personal life in the social media. It never pays anybody, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've just built it. When I see these things, somebody just built a mansion. I saw one musician too, he's still building, never built finished, and showing everything at all. What do you actually gain from that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's a phenomenon that I think will ultimately destroy our society, in line with what Laura had just said. But the unfortunate, let me now take the scenario itself and take it one by one. The policeman that was attached to these two guys, now I don't know how many policemen are attached to the family, which is one of the problems we continue to have. I don't believe policemen should be attached to anybody. I believe security should be general. Now, if you need extra protection, and I've always said this, the easy solution in the Nigerian context is to license one or two private guard companies. License them to carry firearms, and they can then provide. But this thing about walking around with policemen in full uniform, somebody has to put a stop to it. It's completely ridiculous. Some young chap from nowhere has 2, 3, 4 policemen walking around with them. Everybody wants to pretend to be a top gun, to be a big man, to be seen, And I don't think we can continue like this. I don't think so. We've seen scenarios where you find someone with 5, 10 in pickup cars. Go to any of the nightclubs or the lounges in Lagos and take a census of those who will be outside. But what happened in this case, we now heard that the police picked up their own man. I don't know if as at now he's in detention, but I think the police got the approach completely wrong. You got a sense that the crime has been committed. You didn't pick those who you thought committed the crime. You're picking the accessory. What the police should have done, because it's a delicate, let me admit that the IG would have a delicate situation on his hands, which shouldn't be, because the law is no respecter of persons. But what the police could easily have done would have been to quietly withdraw that gentleman and move him to another unit. But what IG Egbedokun should do, if he wants to leave his mark, is to stop this habit once and for all of seemingly providing security for every Tom, Dick, and Harry just because they can afford it. Because the question you ask yourself, is the police for sale? I think that should happen. Now that you picked up your own man, you should have put a phone call through to the EFCC to at the very least, invite these two young gentlemen. If they're going to get to court and we know how these things happen, you are going to arrange a fine or whatever, so be it. But it is important that the optics that we have in our society is that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you picked up and jailed Bobrisky 6 months, Obi Kuban, what is his name now? That robust, and I love that guy, and I need somebody to bring to the studio for me. I like to sit down and have a chat with him. Jolly good fellow. He got away with a fine. Fair enough. If that could happen, I don't think there should be an exception to this rule. And respectfully, I would ask those who are close to Chief to rein in his children. His children, his first set of children that we know have always behaved themselves. And I don't think this does any good to him. And I'd like to call on the mother of the children not to rubbish the legacy that this man has put forward in his lifetime. Chief Razak Okoya has worked hard all his life. Chief Razak Okoya is not, he didn't take any government, he didn't take up any government position or whatever. He has worked hard all his life. All of us know the various industries that he has set up. He's also into estate and so on and so forth. He's well known. He is well known and well respected for that matter. And I felt that I need to rein in into this and give my opinion on this. The policeman should the police authority should let that man go. Which policeman, no matter his rank, if you are tasked to go and do such a dirty job, will not hold the money? He must hold the money because some is also going to come to him. Let's be adults and let us be realistic. Is he going to give it back? Somebody who only God knows how much he paid to be posted. If the stories we hear are anything to go by, he must stop inside. Yeah. Which policeman? Oh yeah, which policeman would his principal that is been falling left, right, and say, I'm gonna hold this money? If those boys don't want to know whether the money is correct or not, but police must take care of himself. The police started this problem by posting their men to areas of ridicule. It's become ridiculous. We had one time who followed some VIP to the party and was helping the madam hold bag and plate. Madam was at the service point. She was picking bokoto and this and that. I mean, this is we need to stop this. And I would like again, let it be during the era of Egbetokun, and even the president himself might have to rein in. And leave this as one of the legacies that he will leave behind whenever he leaves. So I thought that we'd talk about that. We'll take calls. I don't want anybody insulted. Rather, let's all see, how we can contribute both to what Laura had said and to what I just said. And let's find how we can contribute to make our society much, much better. All can call this morning. I've opened up the lines for everybody. So even if you called yesterday, you can call. But this is just an exception to the rule. All can call, but it would be nice to hear what you have to say about it. We all must contribute to making our society better. It entails all of us to contribute to making our society better. So let's pick a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jody.
Morning.
This is on the line.
Yes, I know. Please speak up, madam, so we can hear you.
Sorry, okay. Uncle Jody,
yes?
What you just said is quite sacrosanct.
Yes.
Now, who would those policemen, would they have ringed in those boys? Would the guy holding the money, would he have spoken down those boys? No, now. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. And so he was only doing what he was asked to do.
Yes.
And so when you rein in the policeman, what happens to the boys that also committed the same? They were even the prime people were supposed to even rein in. But because person no person now, you can't do such to them. And it's so wrong. It's all shades of wrong. I was at an event with Benga Dinka the First. Rewind. You needed to see the people that came in with police escorts. Uncle Jimmy, they were standing and blocking everybody's view.
Oh, yes.
They were blocking everybody's
yes.
view. Any policeman, Larry, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They told them that they should please leave their, whoever they brought in, nothing will happen to them. They now told them to go and sit down somewhere. I don't understand. I beg. Let's not get a society this 2025. This is a new year. Thank you, Uncle Jimmy, for speaking out on this.
I think we need to stand up to some of our elite and VIPs. I think we need to stand up to them. This kind of behavior is getting completely out of hand. Like Mrs. Oboli said, I was at a function when one man had 4 security guards. If you felt so unfazed, why not go back home? I remember, look, when you talk about values, I remember the gentleman, some chief in Lagos here, I don't want to mention his name, who was a member of a Ikoyi club at a time when the Ikoyi club was a Ikoyi club, and insisted on coming in to the club with his bodyguards. He wanted to send them in as guests. And the club said no. And when it got completely out of hand, they quickly wrote him a check and told him to, they wrote a check for him and said, go back, please. We don't want someone like you. That was a time when I remember General Domkat Bali, I think that was his name, was then the chief of army staff. His retinue of whatever will be in the car park because statutorily he must be followed. And he would just walk in alone to go and play golf. I think it's time we now start to condemn this act by standing up to these people who do this nonsense and stupid behavior. I've had 1 or 2 public functions, and I told everybody quietly, please leave your guards in the car park. I don't want my guests being. If you feel so unsafe and you can't walk in, even if you are the governor, you can't walk in with just your ADC quietly and sit down, then don't bother. I'll appreciate why you can't come. If we don't start these things, we are not going to go anywhere. And it's going to ruin our society. Now it's getting worse. It's not just with police. Some come with bouncers. Some come with people wearing dark suits with dark sunglasses and so on and so forth. For how long are we going to be living like we're living in the animal kingdom? So we must now begin to learn to stand up to these people. Let's take another one. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Yeah, we'll do 1 and 2 very well.
Morning, how are you?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
The name you mentioned, very familiar. General Duncan Bali. Those are soldiers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Uncle Jimmy, where I work in Banana Island here.
Yes.
There's one of them. Whether a manager or then a director somewhere. He has about 2 policemen that carry gun. Then one will wear suit. With the pilot car that is the ambulance that always follow them in an estate. Just to, I don't know whether I show off or what.
People are becoming, they had a denied childhood.
The IG immediately come in, say, oh, I withdraw all the whatever. They are still there, my brother.
They're there.
I'm telling you.
They're there, no doubt about
Uncle
that.
Jimmy, I want to thank you very much. Your man, Candidate Johnson, right?
Yes.
I listened to him the other day. The guy has something with Wario. He had to do with my place. So
I will leave that aside. Let's talk about something else. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Skype, yes, we do have Skype. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, where are you calling from?
From Tel Aviv.
Oh, Tel Aviv.
Uncle
Wow,
Jimmy.
Israel. How are you?
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy, this thing is, I have some friends here, they watch the social media space. I mean, people that are not Nigerian. I have some friends, they will say, why is it in Nigeria everybody has a security? I thought that it's not everybody that has a security. They are privileged people. And do you know the annoying part now? It's even soldiers, Nigerian army are also doing what they got for VIP. Everybody, once you become something, you think you are something, just buy a Hilux and get some V8 trucks and you are good to go. You intimidate everybody on the road and chase people away. It's an eyesore. I don't know how this president can even stop this thing. I will give him, I don't really enjoy him, but I will enjoy him. This thing is shameful. People see it and they laugh at us. Thank you, Okuchi.
Yes, thank you very much. We're like all going back to kindergarten class, really. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Kodogu 1 and 2.
Yes, sir, morning.
Joel Gabriel calling from Lekki.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Jimmy, no matter what we say, from now till Jesus will come, if there's no enforcement of the law, if there's no consequence, there's nothing that will happen. I can't wait for that day that we have a president that is competent, that can handle this country. Uncle Jimmy, I tell you the truth. All those developing nations we are running to, nothing else. It's just that enforcement. Why do you think if our politicians go there, they behave themselves?
Yes.
Because of the enforcement of the... If we don't enforce this, there's no enforcement of the law in any society. Forget it. If Jesus will come, we'll be talking this way. God bless you. Please do enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much. I think we should also put in a word for that policeman who's been reined in. I hope he hasn't been detained. As far as I'm concerned, if anybody should be given a slap on the wrist, it is him. Because it was those who sent him to do that job that created this. Because let's be honest with ourselves. You're going to send a corporal or whatever to go guard some VIP. Even if they ask him to go and empty the chamber pot, he'll do it. For two reasons. One, he probably gets some more money. I understand that it takes a lot for you to be even deployed to do that exercise. Who wouldn't want to run around a VIP that guarantees jollof rice and 1 or 2 green bottles than to be at the checkpoint at night in the dark? So I'd like the police to plead with the police to please be lenient with this gentleman and do the needful with those who actually committed the crime. Supposedly. Okay, hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Uncle.
Morning, sir.
Well done, Uncle J.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Godwin, calling from Lapway.
Yes.
Thank you for always in charge and giving the best to this country. God will definitely reward you accordingly.
Amen.
The situation is such that it is a virus that is already invoked in the country today. Which aspect of this country, from our leadership, do we have an exemplary leader to show like? Everybody, it is after money, after a betterment, after to cheat, after to do something upside down than the way it is supposed to be done under a normal traditional system where they have God and conscience. But today, everything from our ruler, it is opposite. Negativity, corruption, and others. So, the policeman, as we mentioned, is just by a mere accident. Sometimes it is out of ignorance. Sometimes it's out of the environmental influence. Sometimes it is from the up, the way they show them, the direction given. So it's only God. And as you do, I wish others will know the truth and say it and show example, especially from our rulers.
Yes.
If they lead by example, definitely the people below will follow by example. May God bless you and God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Okay, so I think we can just take about 2-3 more callers, right? Okay, hello, good morning. Morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
This is Usman for Balade.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask all these our VIP. If they travel abroad, are they carrying security over there? Because to watch them. Because when I see the last one, is Okorocha. I see only Okorocha. That time was governor. I didn't see any security for Okorocha. I said, they go for 5 years, they go build the duplex. The first alone go talk about the duplex. I don't understand their mentality for this country, Nigeria. I don't understand. You will build duplex, you call put first. Before you go talk cut past the duplex.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. I think I have a fair idea of what you're saying. Okay. Though it's not that clear, but I have a fair idea. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, madam.
Yeah, I just have got the line. I think the primary aim of police following whoever invited him is elementary protection, not really fighting. For instance, if you are going on the road now, the people know you as Jimi Disu. So people will be coming to say, daddy. They may hold you. But if you are going with a policeman, they will be scared. They will not come and rough handle you. So that is one of the primary aims. For instance, if that footballer, Ronaldo, he has a inner banter that will always be on the side, but without uniform. So in that manner, the public cannot rush at him. Maybe asking for 10 kobo, asking for money, bless me. That is the primary aim.
Okay, madam. Well, yes, that's a valid point. But the truth of this matter is that 99% of those who have these protections in reality are nobodies. That I can assure you. The people who you think might be that vulnerable always move in a coded. I even tell you this from a security standpoint. Why attract attention to yourself? Why I have a lot of Top Gun friends who, believe you me, would drive past you. You wouldn't even know they were the ones. But that's a story for another day. In fact, we could do, I'll even get one or two security people. We'll talk about this all over again because I've done it before. What you see there is not security driven, it's ego driven. It's to show off. It's ego driven to show off. And Nigeria cannot pay for that because we are heavily under police. But half of the police force itself is out there protecting individuals. And thank you very much, Mrs. Adeli. The remaining are begging on the road. This December was terrible, yes. Yes. Hello, good morning. This is my last caller, I think. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, sir. This is Bola calling from Ojo. Hello?
Yes, go on.
Yeah, I just want to commend you and give you kudos. Like, I don't know, please, Uncle Jimmy, what I want to say is don't retire soon. And before you retire, make sure you install another person like you. Please.
Okay, all right. Well, today is not about me. Okay, all right. I understand that, but today is not about me. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
My name is Robert.
Yes, Mr. Robert. How are you?
What I want to see, all Nigeria want to hear is the arrangement of those Legaza or Okoya songs, the way Brobisky and others were arranged.
Yes.
Not these police were, because the police is an accessory. The primary perpetrators themselves should be arranged. I watched the video so that we don't have I don't know how the kind of society that we have. Maybe there's a law for the poor and a law for the rich. That Legaza was my former boss. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy. Yeah, my name is Oluwadamilare from the Dagri. Yeah, I think I would want to plead again, your guest. I would really appreciate it if you could bring her back again.
No, we will.
Yeah, thank you. Because most Nigerians don't know they may not understand what she's talking about.
No, we will. Definitely we will. I'll take my last caller for the day and I'm out of here. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning. Mrs. Adeli, stop begging. I know you're pushing me for time. I won't leave this studio until I get that last caller. I'm joking there. I got it. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Quickly. Hello. Oh my God. Okay, let's choke it. Okay, that's. I like playing games with that. That's where we'll end. That's where we'll end our interaction for today. I'll be out of work throughout this week, and I just need to take a bit of rest. I don't know, but most likely, I think all things being equal, I'll be back on Saturday, and it will most likely be with Yeni and Nikolapo Kuti reviewing the book that her mother wrote, Mrs. Kuti. I've read the book halfway now. It's a bomb and a cracker. So all things being equal, I hope I'll see you next Saturday. 9 o'clock same time. Mrs. Adebiri, thank you very much. I keep noticing this thing on your finger is nice. Are you telling me something? That's showing me where I can buy one?
No. I'm not showing you anything.
All right, folks. Mrs. Adebiri comes up next, and I'll see you next week Saturday. Bye.
More conversation, more talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.